The shocking and harrowing case of Gisèle Pelicot has sent shockwaves through France and beyond, as her ex-husband, Dominique Pelicot, was sentenced to 20 years in prison for his horrific actions. For nearly a decade, Dominique drugged and raped his wife, Gisèle, subjecting her to unspeakable abuse and even inviting other men to join in. In a trial that exposed the darkest corners of a marriage that was far from what it seemed, Dominique's guilt was established, and the case has ignited debates on the legal and societal treatment of sexual violence in France. Gisèle Pelicot's story is a testament to her extraordinary strength and courage. Despite the traumatic nature of her ordeal, she chose to waive her right to anonymity, making her experience public to the world in order to shed light on the widespread nature of sexual violence and fight for justice. Over the course of the trial, which began in September 2024 and concluded in December, her ex-husband was found guilty not only of raping her over an extended period, but also of using her as a pawn to fulfill his dark, twisted fantasies. Dominique Pelicot was not alone in his actions. 50 other men, some of whom had been recruited through online communities, stood trial alongside him, with most being convicted of various sexual crimes. The case unfolded after an innocent-seeming incident in 2020, when a security guard discovered Dominique filming upskirt videos of women in a supermarket. This led to the discovery of thousands of videos and photos on his devices, many of which depicted him raping Gisèle while she was unconscious. His crimes, committed in the privacy of their home, were so systematic and calculated that it took the authorities months to piece together the extent of the abuse. Many of the men who participated in these assaults denied the charges, claiming they had been tricked by Dominique, believing they were engaging in consensual acts with a woman who was simply asleep. The trial itself became a nationwide conversation about the culture of sexual violence in France. Gisèle's decision to testify publicly, alongside her children, who also had to face the reality of their father's crimes, has been hailed as an act of immense bravery. Despite the immense public support for her, Gisèle has remained focused on her broader mission for societal change. As she stated, "Shame must change sides," urging a cultural shift where victims are not blamed or hidden in shame, but where the perpetrators face the consequences of their actions. Although the conviction of Dominique Pelicot is a significant moment in the fight for justice, the case has highlighted some troubling aspects of France's legal system, particularly in defining rape. The defense tactics used by some of the men involved, including downplaying the gravity of their actions by suggesting that they did not realize their victim was unconscious, sparked debate about the need to redefine consent within the legal framework. In the end, while Dominique Pelicot was sentenced to 20 years for his role in the abuse, the overall sentences for the other men involved in the trial were seen as disappointingly light, with terms ranging from 3 to 15 years. Many, including Gisèle's children, voiced their dissatisfaction with the leniency shown towards the perpetrators. Despite this, Gisèle Pelicot's courage in facing her abusers head-on and taking a public stand against sexual violence has set an example for women everywhere. Her journey from victim to survivor, to outspoken advocate for change, underscores the need for stronger protections for women and an urgent overhaul of cultural attitudes towards sexual violence. Stay subscribed for more videos.